Hello, social workers, mental health professionals, and change agents. Welcome to another episode of the Social Work Rants podcast. I'm your host, Bass Moreno. I'm back after a 2 week layoff. Hope everybody's doing well wherever and however you're watching, or listening to the podcast. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at the Social Work Rants podcast. That's all one word. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at Social Work Rants. Hit the red subscribe button on YouTube. Tune in, tap in, hit the like button on Facebook, aka Meta. Type in the Social Work Rants podcast and hit the like button. Thank you for everybody tuning in, tapping in. And a couple of weeks ago, my favorite aunt in mi tia in Puerto Rico passed away. My mom's sister, or one of them. My mom had three sisters, so my aunt from Aguadilla, which is on the northwest part of PR, passed away. So that hit me hard because that's kind of like, in a way, my last link to my mom because they look alike. And then I had my last conversation with my aunt was like a few weeks ago, and it was like deja vu, kind of like she sounded like my mom too. So losing that like kind like really hurt. So took a week off, and time just flies, man. So I got update for you. So I'm planning a wedding. June 26th is fast approaching. I do not recommend anybody doing this express wedding. I've been planning. No, if you've been following me for a while, I've been engaged for since December 2020, Christmas 2020. So we finally decided on a date. Like, we still in a pandemic, so we need to get cracking and make it official. So we got the venue. Bought some shoes. I bought a shirt. It's gonna be hot, indoor outdoor event. So I've been planning that. Looking for a new job because this job is not it. Um, and so full time looking for a job is a full time job. So and it's making time to do that. Um, my book, trying to through pain, how to maximize your full potential during hard times. I decided to change it from down times to hard times, and I found a new um, uh, editor. Well, not editor, but a person doing my book cover. I'm redoing my book cover, so that's in the works, and it's almost done. At least the back cover. That way, I could finally release it, and I'm hoping to release it in May. So very soon, because everything else is just done. Is I just need the book cover. I need my coach to co-sign it. He liked the new book cover, made some suggestions. So that's in the works. So wedding, new job. Well, looking for a new job. Uh, the book, and I'm also I don't know if I should say it, but I'm signed up to write a chapter in a upcoming book that is due to release in the fall of this year. So that is in the works as well. So it's been busy. It's been getting my rest here and there. Working with kids is tiring, and so as soon as I eat dinner, I'm already on the couch, like knocked out, and taking naps and just getting my rest and do it all again the next day. From my experience, working in a school is the antithesis of insanity. It's like doing the same thing every day, dealing with the same behaviors every day with the same kids, and lack of consequences with the kiddos. So it is what it is. Uh, Working with kids is not my strong suit, not my cup of tea. The kids are cute, and building rapport with the kids. Cute is just other stuff that's kind of like out of my control. That was like, all right, this is not for me, and it's okay. I acknowledge that it's not for me, and find something else that is for me. So that's my update regarding what's been going on. That's why I haven't recorded in the last 2 weeks. So I'm back ready to record this, release it, and give you guys, the listeners that have been rocking with me and the viewers that have been rocking with me, the update of what's been going on. Uh, but I do have a topic. Just this week is regarding the update on student loans. President Biden. I call him the lame duck in chief, as I call him. If he doesn't do something with these student loans, there's no way he's winning in 2024. I've brought it up in the past, in past episodes of the podcast. He's just not, and unless I'm hoping Agent Orange gets arrested between now and midpoint of 2023, because he's lurking in the winds, try to run again, and nobody is going to stop him from running. Unfortunately, unless some charges stick and he gets charged. So that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, here or there, talk about these student loans in the U.S. President Biden decided to extend the payments, so we do not have to. You could, if you want to, and pay, and it goes directly to the principal. But social workers here in the U.S. doesn't do not who have student loans, federal student loans, do not have to make payments until August 31st. Um, More than likely, I can see them extending it for the rest of the year, only because there's midterm elections and Democrats are going to get destroyed, I think, in the election. Um, I'm registered. Let me get this out the way. I'm registered Democrat, but I'm really independent, so I can't stand either side. Let's get that out the way. That being said, um, whoever's president is you're gonna like something about him, and hopefully there'll be a her soon. At least in my lifetime, I would like to see my kids see a female president. Um, the country had their chance with Hillary, and we blew it, and the Russians got involved, and so we missed the boat with that. Hopefully, um, somebody will pop out of the woodwork and run and win and have a female president. But that being said, um, back to student loans. So you don't have to pay until August 31st of 2022. So there's that. If you are a job hopper like I am, so uh, I have a three strikes and I'm out rule. So if a job for me has three strikes, I'm out. Any job that you have, if you're a job hopper like me, for each job you need to fill out and send to HR the um, the PSLF form. You can get that in studentaid.gov, or you can check your lender. Make sure your lender didn't get changed, and print out the form. Print out the PDF, print it out, send it to your HR from your past jobs. Have them fill out. Say like, "Hey, I used to work at your agency, and I need this fill out, just like kind of like verification of employment that you worked there for the time you worked there. That way and then send it back to your lender, or uh, like for me, it's like Fed loans. I had to send it to Fed loans, and that way they could count those payments because they lowballing us folks with these counted payments for these loan forgiveness. So it should be, for many of us, should be a lot higher than it really is. So you really need to check your accounts, make sure your lenders remain the same. If they change, make sure you go to uh, studentaid.gov and then make sure whatever amount it says that you owe in student loans that it matches the whatever your lender is now. So my lender didn't change as for now, so you know I'm good. I just printed out a whole bunch of forms that I got to send to all these jobs now and find out who is HR now, and then get these forms filled out and then send it back and hopefully get these months counted, be that much closer to get this student loan forgiveness under wraps. So um, that is it. Is short and sweet. I'm going to be doing an episode live, called Live from DC. I'm planning to take my kids to um, Washington DC and be check out the White House and definitely do a video of demanding our student loans be forgiven. So that's in the works. That'll be a short and sweet video as well, and audio podcast. Making we gotta apply the pressure because NASW, the national chapter, they say they advocate for us, but you know they never you never see them in front of the White House. I've been in the White House last year. I'm going again this year. I've been in front of the train station, inside the train station in Wilmington, Delaware, that's named after President Biden, and asking for our student loan to be forgiven. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I would have loved to organize a bunch of social workers and do a picket, whether it be Washington, D.C. or at the Wilmington, Delaware train station, and have news cameras and do a whole press conference demanding our loans would be changed. But that's too much risk, especially while we're in a pandemic. There's a variant still out there, and I don't need people get sick, and I'm the one to be responsible for setting everything up. So that that's too much pressure. So, but again, I would have loved to do that if it wasn't a pandemic and be more than what NASW claim that they do. So, for all my international listeners, thank you for tuning in. For my listeners in America, thank you for tuning in. Saludos a todos. Cuídense. For those celebrating Easter and Passover, enjoy your holiday. For those who work in the school system and have this week off, I've been counting down to this week being off for like the past month. I'm beyond burnt out. Um, a lot of my coworkers and teachers, they're like just running on fumes and they're trying to make it through the end of the school year. Um, yeah, we're just trying to make it and get through the school year. So um, it's middle end of April. We got like a month and a half left of school. It's I think. Oh, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I did apply for a job. I did get a job offer, but decided not to take it. So um, I've been in the field 20 years, just over 20 years, and I would like to have a job that I don't do not have to do wear and tear on my body, coming home tired, and be irritable. And it takes me a while to decompress from work, and I never had really had to do that before. So I mentally just drained. I think you know, the loss of my mom and I'm like seeking, well, trying to find a therapist myself to really deal with the loss of my mom, the loss of my aunt, and help. And is my ex-wife's birthday this coming weekend. So for those that, if you listen to the podcast long enough, my ex-wife passed away like 7 years ago. So her birthday comes up every year. So it's more for the kids to celebrate, their mom's birthday and keep her memory alive. So it's just a lot. And I know God is working. God got a plan for me, and just keep my faith, keep strong, and doing stuff like the podcast and these books keep me somewhat sane and all about practicing self care. And I know I'm rambling this week, but also I find like a couple of weeks ago, shout out to everybody who came through for my first virtual Zumba class a few weeks ago. That happened at the end of March. It was my first time teaching a class. It was virtually the first time teaching in over 2 years since before the pandemic started. So I was very excited. I'm looking to do one. I'm trying to figure out a date to do one. I would like to do one every month for the rest of this year and see how that goes. And then so I'm looking into probably like the week after Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming fast and furious too, and get this. And by then, hopefully, the book be out. That way, I could be like at the event, like, hey, here, buy my book. We practicing self care with the Zumba. Is my poetry book. Is done. Come support and set up book signing events and things of that nature. That's no pipeline already. Think about summer and what summer is going to look like. So on top of the weather. So until next time, next week. So uh, I'm gonna release an episode next week. If you want to come on the podcast, please email me Bassity Entertainment LLC at gmail.com. Come join in, tap in, have some fun. If you've never done a podcast before, pretty much it's just a laid back conversation. Ask what you do in the field, how long you've been in the field, what you up to, what you got going on, promote whatever you got going on, and we'll have some fun and kick back and crack some jokes and release release the episode, and you could promote it on whatever, your website or social media, whatever you got. So tune in, tap in. Gracias. Thank you everybody for checking in. That's my update for this week. And until next time, peace, y'all. Stay safe. We still in the pandemic.